fibula. Mid-November, I had surgery. I've been rehabbing ever since. Just started running full speed last week. So I plan to work out at some point before the draft.
Okay. So do you have an expectation when you'll be cleared?
I am cleared.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just progressing right now. So.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Do you expect to work out at Pro Day?
I'll work out sometime before the draft. I don't think I'll be working out at Pro Day, but sometime definitely before the draft, early April. I think a play that comes to mind is my first pick six against Rutgers. Caught a ball over my shoulder. I took it back for 6. I feel like it shows my ball skills, athleticism, all that for sure. Man to man.
How about the punt return?
I've talked to a few teams, about just moving around. Being able to play multiple different positions. I think that's an advantage. Coming into this league, being able to play wherever they put me.
Are you more comfortable in the slot or outside?
It doesn't matter to me, to be honest. I'll play anywhere. I just want to play ball.
Cooper, have some teams talked to you about the special teams aspect with your punt returning against Michigan State and being able to play returner at this level? Yeah,
definitely. A lot of teams have asked me about it actually. The special teams part, if I wanted to do that at the next level, that's definitely something I feel like I can do. Returning, playing gunner, whatever it may be. I'd love to do special teams and make an impact.
Cooper, you're full-time starting quarterback in the NFL for 20 years. How has that come up with teams, and how do you feel about being the guy who can change?
Yeah, no, I haven't really talked to teams about that whole aspect of things, but it doesn't really bother me too much. I'm just going to go out and be myself, really. Just go out and play my game.
When you're talking about you playing safety, do you feel like that's the underlying root of it? Like he's white and he plays quarterback in the NFL, or is it more about versatility?
I feel like it's more about my versatility. I feel like I've proved that I can play outside and inside. Obviously I haven't played safety in college, but I feel like I have the ability to play multiple different positions in the back end.
No question about how your speed or for you.
No.
You obviously play both inside and outside. Sometimes on different possessions you would switch from the cash or slot to playing outside. How did that help you grow as a defender?
Yeah, I feel like it helped a lot, because playing inside is a lot different than playing outside. You got more room to work with. You got to know where your help is at all times. So I think being able to play multiple positions definitely, helps me, become a better football player in general. And I feel like Iowa's prepared me for that. Being able to play multiple different positions and just kind of understand the ins and outs of a defense.
Cooper, talk a little bit about being from Iowa. I'm a Boynton Hall alum. I know you're at OABCIG.
Yeah.
Talk about that transition, just being able to play for the hometown team, the Hawks, and just maybe any outside noise, whether it be with NIL, whether it be during your recruitment, that made you want to still be a Hawkeye.
Yeah. I grew up in Iowa, small town, 900 people, Oldie Iowa. So I grew up an Iowa fan. Iowa was always my dream. Growing up as a kid, you going to games there. So getting to put on the black and gold was a dream come true for me, and I've enjoyed every second of it. Coming from a small town as well, like you were talking about, that means a lot to me. I take a lot of pride in that. Just having this opportunity on this stage, being able to have the opportunity to play at the highest level, just being an inspiration for those kids back home who may look up to me, just showing them that this is possible, and if you put the work in and day out, you can create opportunities like this for yourself.
Go ahead and so you were from a small town. During your time in Iowa, you played in some very, very big games, and you played against some great competition. Who was the toughest assignment that you've ever drawn during your time as a Hawkeye?
Probably Marvin Harrison, to be honest. I think that that name, you know, just speaks for itself. So, you know, everybody knows what he's about. You know, he's a great receiver.
Cooper, what would it mean to you to play for the Las Vegas Raiders and coaching Antonio Pierce?
I mean, I'd be happy to play for any team, to be honest.
Have you met with them?
I've not, no.
How about the trading in the black and gold for the black and gold in Pittsburgh Steelers? Have you had any meetings with the Steelers yet?
I did. I've talked to Coach Tomlin and Coach Austin a few times. You know, they're great guys. They're fun to talk to. Really cool, laid back guys. Fun to talk football with for sure.
You said you were clear. So what went into the decision not to work out?
I mean, I just started running full speed last week, so I haven't been able to train like I'd want to. You know, to be able to put the full, you know, thing on display.
In some of your discussions about special teams, did anybody ask you what a valid and invalid fair catch is? And looking back, what's kind of still your thought about that play?
A couple teams have brought that up. Yeah, you know, but I mean, I still think it wasn't a fair catch. I think a lot of people think that, but you know, nothing I can do about it now. But there's definitely been some conversation about that. Yeah.
What was the decision process from you stay in Iowa as a place that obviously?
Yeah, it was tough. You know, especially like I said earlier. You know, being my dream school. You know, growing up in Iowa, to play there, and then you know, obviously the injury made it even more tough. You know, just not being able to end my career the way I wanted to. You know, so I had a lot of long conversations with the coaches, you know, my family, friends, people close to me. You know, but ultimately, I feel like this was the best decision for myself.
How do you describe your cornerback style?
I feel like I'm a physical guy. You know, I can run. I feel like I have good feel for the game, for sure. You know, I feel like I can help out in the run game. You know, as well as a corner. I matched up. It wasn't all game. You know, it was just a few times. But you know, he's a fast guy, big guy. You know, he can do it all really. Good route runner. You know, so it was a fun matchup for sure.
Cooper had one of our bio guys, you met with them
Yeah, I haven't met with him, but it'd be cool to play with Lucas again for sure. You know, I love the Iowa guys. You know, so he was a great teammate, you know, to play with. Just an absolute freak. So yeah, I've talked to him a little bit throughout this process. He's given me some good insight.
Cooper, you played a lot of sports in high school. You played a lot of positions. What's been your approach throughout your life in terms of taking on something different, or a new spot or a new sport?
Yeah, you know, I grew up playing all types of sports. I love to challenge myself. Really, you know, I'm a competitive guy. You know, I compete in everything I do. Whether it's, I mean, we could be racking weights on a bar, and I'm still trying to be the fastest one to do it. You know, so that's just how I grew up, how I am. You know, playing all four sports in high school. I feel like, you know, that's really drove my competitive nature and you know, want to win and do everything to the best of my ability.
Was there ever a sport or a role that you were presented that you didn't want to do or that you resisted?
Not that I can think of. No, I'm always up for challenges.
How unfortunate was it that in your case that you got hurt in an offense in practice? I mean, all year we clamored for you to execute.
Yeah.
And then you run offense.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. It was kind of a freak incident. You know, it's kind of crazy with all the injuries we had on the offensive side, and I go over there and get injured. I don't know. It was just kind of a freak thing. You know, we had a bunch of injuries all year, so that didn't help us at all.
How close are you with Tyler Linderbaum or Geno Stone, and have you had any contact with the Ravens?
I met with the Ravens this week. Yeah, I played with Linderbaum. You know, my first year here. You know, he's a great teammate. You know, hard worker. I talked to Geno Stone a couple times. You know, I've watched him on tape. Obviously, him being an Iowa guy. So both really good guys. You know, to to learn from their work ethic. Gino had a great year this year, so that was fun to watch.
How close are you with Riley Moss?
Me and Riley are pretty close. Yeah, he's a funny guy. I learned a lot from him though. When I got switched to corner, he was a guy who I watched a lot. Just his techniques, the way he moves, and I learned a lot from him throughout my time at Iowa.
Have you had a chance to, in that vein, have you spoken with Denver in any recruiting process?
I'm not.